Welcome to the upper section of my miniature music museum. A couple of videos ago, I asked the question, why would anyone collect physical cassette tapes or physical media in general? That included DVDs, CDs, cassette tapes, physical video games, like on cartridges or discs or whatever. So today I'd just kind of like to go over a few points that I wrote down about why music is so important, at least to me. These are just like 6 reasons that I think music is extremely important. I'll kind of expand on each of them as I go through the video. So without any further preamble, I'll just get right in. So the first thing is it brings people together. And that could be described as like concerts or music festivals, whatever the case may be. It kind of brings us together and kind of gives people a common footing, really, because I feel like music is more than just a political thing. It's an art form. It's poetry. It's an art, so that people kind of bond over it. They have certain feelings and memories about it, and other people might share those feelings. And that kind of brings us into the next topic, or the next point, is that it evokes feelings and or memories from people. It can do both, and I think that is extremely beautiful. But some people have a favorite album or a favorite song because it reminds them of a certain someone that probably might not be with us anymore, or is just sort of away on trip or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has a song or an album that brings them back to when they were with somebody, or maybe when they were feeling happier, or whatever the case may be. Music has a way of making us feel certain things or remembering certain people or events, and that I think is extremely beautiful. Number 3 is it improves focus. This is sort of more of a scientific thing that people have done, and I have certainly noticed it myself listening to music. When you listen to music that you enjoy listening to, it improves your focus and you're able to get more accomplished in the day. So I think that is really cool how music has that effect on people. Number 4, this kind of goes with number 3, but I believe it also helps us with creativity. When either trying to do some kind of artwork or try to think of something to make. Usually to get my creative juices flowing, I like to go for a walk or do some sort of physical movement while also listening to music, because then I feel like if I'm moving and also kind of deep into the music sphere, that really helps me focus a lot on things and kind of come up with some new ideas and some new stuff to try to do for this YouTube channel and also for my daily life outside of YouTube. Number 5 is it helps us understand who we are as individuals. This one is a little bit more deep than, it helps us focus and it brings us together. I feel that music can help us find our voices, depending on what kind of music that you listen to. It can help us discover and help us learn more about ourselves, and kind of, again, loop it back to number 1. It can bring us, while we discover who we are, we can go into new genres of music and find new people that are also into that same kind of music and probably also have the same sort of feelings evoked when they listen to it. And I personally feel that understanding who you are as a person is super important, and if music can help you discover who you are, or at least a part of who you are, I think that's amazing and just really, really cool. There's a lot of different music out there. So whether it's country music that you love, or metal, or punk, or whatever genre, I feel like that kind of helps you understand further who you are as a person. And the sixth and final thing on the list that I believe why music is important is it aids in communication between different cultures. And especially now in 2025 with the internet, I think it is so much easier to learn about different cultures, not just through their music, but just through other things as well. But music definitely is a very important way to break down that cultural barrier that I feel a lot of people have. It probably won't help us understand fully someone else's culture, but I think music and how important it is to other cultures can kind of help us understand those cultures better. Like Native Americans use music, traditional instruments and stuff to do dances that are significant and meaningful to their way of life, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm not 100% sure why they do it, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. And I think it's beautiful, and it's not just with Native Americans either. It's with other cultures across the world. There's so many different cultural genres of music that I think people can kind of learn from and kind of have a better understanding of different cultures. I'm not saying that everyone has to learn everything about different cultures, but I think if you are willing to have your horizons broadened, listening to music from other countries, especially their sort of folk music, that I feel can help us understand different cultures. I personally love listening to Indian cultural music, from India, not necessarily the Native American Indians, which I still also totally respect and love their sort of music. But I don't know, I just feel like every culture has their own brand of folk music, and listening to that music and trying to understand why that music is important to that particular culture is what I think makes music extremely special and extremely beautiful, and also extremely important. So thank you guys for listening to this video or watching it. If you have any other reasons as to why you think music is important, I would love to hear it in the comments section below. So until the next video, I will see you guys next time. Peace.